Hi everyone, Rebecca here. Today I want to talk about what the recruiters are looking at when they open your CV, your profile on LinkedIn, your resume, how they judge you, and what are the criterias. So there's three things, and I think the third one is definitely the most important one that will get their attention and will help you get through the filter. So the first thing is make sure your title, your current title, is in line with the title that you are applying for, the job you're applying for. Let's say you want to be a senior operations manager. Currently, you should be at the very least an operations manager because it makes sense and it's consistent and it's a clear career evolution. So if you're right now a finance manager, maybe they won't consider you for an operations manager role. So it's important to have your current title aligned with the title you're applying for. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is your past titles. They have to sort of be the reflection of an intentional and a purposeful, clear evolution. So you started off, let's say, as a personal assistant, and then you went and you became a senior executive assistant, and then you went and you became like a project manager or program assistant, and then an analyst, and then you started to do program management. So it was like a clear growth path. Like you didn't go from finance to HR to legal to finance, just getting lucky. I just landed that job and therefore I went and I took it. No, I was intentional about my growth and I chose where I wanted to work. I chose the titles that would work best for me because my plan was to become, a project manager, and I knew I wanted to do that. So, I followed that path clearly, intentionally. And that's what they want to see when they look at your profile. And then the third thing I think is so important because you need to appear to be busy. Like that's why they hate gaps. So, how can you cover those gaps? You explain them, and you don't have to be completely and totally open about them. You be honest, don't lie, but I would say, for example, you can say you were doing a certification. You don't have to explain it was online. Or you could say, you were freelancing for private clients. Maybe you don't own a company of your own. Maybe you don't have, a registered firm yet, but you don't have to go into those details. You don't have to reveal the names of your clients. Or maybe you were doing like a blog. You were traveling, you were following your spouse. Maybe that spouse relocated to another country where you didn't have a visa to work and you had to wait for that visa to come through, and therefore you decided to do some volunteering. So make sure to mention those things because it will make you appear busy, and recruiters like that. If you have a gap that's smaller than 3 months, I wouldn't bother explaining it. But if it's more than 3 months, you want to explain that. I'm going to go into more details in a course that I'm putting together. It's called GetABulletproofResume.com. It's going to be launched very soon. So stay tuned, and I hope this was helpful. Make sure you plan your next application very well.